What is up, everyone? As you are watching this, well, it's either Christmas Eve or maybe Christmas. So if you're watching on either or, Merry Christmas Eve and Merry Christmas. And well, we have to start the video off by doing this because RJ will kill me if I don't. But we actually have a small merch drop, literally on right now, this weekend. I'm gonna put all the products right here. Check it out. Boom, we got a bunch of new beanies, we got coasters, we have 2 new skate decks, we have the S13 Coupe and the FD. We don't have many of the boards, so if you want to cop one, hop below, shop to me. And there's a very limited supply of the Blue Edition t-shirt. Small drop. If you guys want to cop something for yourself, hop below, shop to me. But today we are doing a update video, right? Because today is our first video basically back from Florida week, which has all of our asses kicked. Spoon, you still look tired.
I'm hurting, but I miss Florida.
Yeah, I miss Florida big time. So today we were kind of doing this to give us some breathing room so we could also get ready for the holidays, do that last minute Christmas shopping that we all put off. I guess we're gonna get right into it because, well, we have a lot to talk about. All right, we're gonna start in here and we're just gonna go, we'll zigzag around, I don't freaking know.
Pick and choose.
Pick and choose. All right, the JZX100 Tracer, you guys have seen this. We brought this on to Florida, have some good times in it, and guess what? We had some great times in the damn car. This thing's sick.
Don't miss a beat.
It don't miss a beat. We finally got our roof spoiler back from paint. We're gonna put that on real quick.
Ooh.
Not right now though. But shout out to Anthony for that one. But here's the thing, what do we have left on the Chaser? It's got good sounds, it's got good looks, it makes a bunch of power, but we still have a stock rear end in this thing. The fact that the diff hasn't exploded itself out of this rear subframe beats me.
It brakes.
What was that?
And brakes.
And brakes, yeah, it's crusty ass brakes. You spent all this money on all this fancy stuff just to have, look at these brakes. Look at this, it's embarrassing. Got Blitz 03s
ruining the
lips. No. We just got off the damn trailer, but definitely brakes, and we have to do the whole entire rear end on this thing because it's a stock open diff. It gets squirrely, and the fact that the diff hasn't exploded or subframe.
Yeah.
Good car.
All bushings, all arms.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What diff? 1.5 way?
I'll figure it out.
Nice diff. Nice street diff.
If you guys could suggest anything else than that, let me know because I think it's a good steed.
Solid unit.
Solid unit. Now, the S13 hatches. I think these are the longest untouched thing that we've had in the shop yet, right? You've never seen me. Have you even seen me?
I've never seen you wrench or drive either one.
Really?
You're missing out.
It's crazy because I feel like we parked the cherry hatch like 3 months ago, but I guess it's been almost 2 years. It's pretty nuts, right?
Yeah.
It might have been longer. You know, there's always so much stuff going on that time just flies. So here's the thing, right? Cherry hatch, you guys know this car? Maybe not. We pieced together this car. The whole point of this car was to try and build an S chassis for as cheap as physically possible as we could. And guess what? We built this entire car, SR hatch, driving whatever for, I don't know, I think we have under $5,000 in this whole car, which is sick. But that being said, it's all used old shit, and the car basically needs an entire refresh. So I drifted it for like a season because the E30 was totaled, and I had nothing to drive. It's a great car. Stock knuckles,
great car.
Stock knuckles and everything was so fun to drive, and I just parked it, haven't touched it since because the car really needs an entire refresh. And honestly, I don't think anyone wants to see us refresh a stock hatch. It's cool, but for the longest time it was just kind of me wrenching along, and I just couldn't make it happen fast enough to even justify it. So the cherry hatch, I don't know.
Maybe I'll just do it on the side.
We'll just make Ant do it.
I'd love that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But you want to learn bodywork, right? I'm not doing it.
I'm not against it.
Maybe we'll just put Ant on the cherry because the cherry hatch, like, it doesn't need to be anything crazy. I just want a nice car out of it. It's a straight car. We'll just, a little body fill, a little scuff and shoot.
Scuff and shoot again?
But I want to get a kit for this thing. I think the cherry hatch should be like a nice, like, simple TS Deuce kit or something, and then we'll keep the 180 for a Wii Amaro. Or
we can go wide body and go crazy.
Spoon?
All right, so you see this right here? Look at that right there.
Brand new fenders.
I get that, but you gotta have variations of everything. We're gonna have 2 nice.
All right, so kit it out, and then if something happens to these
beautiful quarters.
I'm
not fucking I'm not touching these things.
Nissan and gangster.
It is gangster. Cherry hatch.
You
hear how hollow this is.
Too simple.
I think it's waiting a cave.
Oh my god. That's definitely been replaced.
Too simple, especially when you have this nice.
No, but like street style, like sexy style drift car.
Yeah.
We don't need over fenders. Get out of here. That's what the coupe's for. Whatever. And then we had the 180, right? We've had this car forever. I bought this not to make a project out of it, but because it was I just really wanted to own a nice 180 one day, and my opportunity popped up for a banging ass deal, and it's been sitting ever since.
It's a beautiful car.
It's a beautiful car.
We have an SR for it.
We
You have SR.
I have
multiple
I have
SR.
2 SRs.
3.
Do we have 3? I'll just make Ant just be a full-time S chassis mechanic in the background. Just get this car right, because this is, I don't know. Or do we put a cool engine swap in it? But people were probably sick of watching me engine swap S chassis. All right, fair.
I am.
All right.
I am.
We'll talk about that later.
Nah.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? Speaking of S chassis, somehow in the 2022, I ended up with fucking 3 S15s. If you ask me,
It's not a bad problem to have.
it's not a bad problem to have. If you ask me how I did it, or if I would have, I don't know. I really
Can't
don't
explain
know.
it.
I can't explain it. You ever just want something so fucking bad in life, you just made it work and you don't know how?
Mm-hmm.
That's 3 S15s.
Universe response.
Universe response. So now I have 3 S15s and I don't know what to do with them other than I just love having them and having the opportunity to drive them. So I'll take S15. This is Steph's basically favorite car, so I'm basically stuck with this thing forever. It's pretty much Steph's car. Yeah. So this thing, I want to get I don't want to touch the engine. This thing's sick. It's an all-tech S15 engine. It just works. AC runs.
Make the hood so it matches the rest of the car and leave it alone.
The hood don't match?
If your body guy doesn't match. If you're a normal spectator, it matches.
If you're Steph,
If your Steph doesn't match.
she doesn't know.
know.
Matches the Steve.
It doesn't match. It's bad.
It matches for Steve.
Yeah, I'm not a body guy.
RJ, does the hood match on this thing?
No.
Oh, damn it.
So, I think all it needs is side skirt extenders to match the front lip, and the car is perfect.
Yeah.
Boom, that's it, done. That's it, simple.
Nice. It needs a
car.
radio. It needs speakers because they're shot.
Yeah, those speakers are.
Yeah, it definitely needs speakers.
Why you bringing up bullshit?
We need to get hooked up with an audio company because everything in here needs speakers. So we got the black one, and to be honest, this car is just. We gotta figure out. We gotta get a new manifold on it so it stops boost creeping. You know that.
Yeah.
So we can actually
It's still
control the power
overboosting.
band. It's still overboost, but it overboosts in it's kind of like the E36 where it overboosts perfectly, where it makes a really nice power band.
But it's scary.
But you just can't leave it like that.
No.
Right? So we're gonna do a new manifold on this, probably throw R-Tech on it, and then I want it to just make 450 all the time.
Yeah, just
Right now, this is like the perfect street car.
That's
Every
easy.
time
That's
anyone
easy.
drives this, it's like, oh, that's the best F-Trash I've ever driven, right?
It is.
It's
It
good.
is. It's annoyingly
What was
too
that?
good.
I've never driven it.
Is there salt on the roads yet?
A little bit, but it's raining. You know.
Okay. Well, we'll
It's
make
got wipers.
Yeah, that's not bad. There's gravel and shit all over the roads already. It's bad out there. New England.
This is one car I could actually daily drive, and we didn't. We put a lot of miles on it before we had the coolant issue this year.
You drove it quite a bit.
We drove it quite a bit, and then it sat in the lift forever, and then it's just been cold. So whatever.
This car is so good in black.
It's just so good. I wish I could just have it in my driveway to look at every day. You know.
Drop top S15 on the way.
Yeah. Steph found out what a Varietta is, by the way.
I found out what a Varietta is, by the way. That
I never
was
knew that existed.
Yeah, they're rare.
it's mechanical. It's a mechanical drop top too.
Yeah, if you guys know what a Varietta is, it's basically it's literally an S15 vert. They only made 1,400 of them. I'm gonna put it right
Oh,
here.
it
I hate 'em.
Press a button
You hate 'em?
and it
Hate 'em.
drops.
Steph loves them, so whatever. We'll figure that out. But okay, so here's the big thing, right? We haven't talked about this thing in a long time.
This one holds a special place in my heart.
It's a good ass car.
The first drift car I've ever been in.
True. Fair enough.
Me too.
I love this car.
Yeah.
I love seeing you in this car.
We've had a lot of good memories in this car.
Yeah.
So obviously she got smacked up real bad at that last event. No part of the car didn't get hit. Every single corner of the car got hit. Every single corner of the car got bent. It's fucking crazy how bad of an accident. This is a second gear accident, and it looks like I threw this thing off the freeway. But so be it. We're talented. We'll get this thing together, right? So we cut the front end, we reinforced the towers, we reinforced the frame rails, and now we have to basically tube it up to make it strong and to mount body panels to it. We had a pretty crazy idea about this car.
I love the idea.
Ant loves the idea. You guys might hate it. So.
Just because we can literally start the car right now.
Okay, so we were tempted to actually take the JZ out of this car and put an SR back in it.
Because it was originally SR.
I love this car as a Jay-Z car.
But there's a lot of bad SRs out there because people don't take care of them, and so people put a lot of bad raps on SRs. But if you've seen a lot of the guys out there that have competitive SRs that treat them right, they have good luck with them, right? Good SR just feels so rightly
Bro,
said.
Adam's SR blew me away. Still a math car.
Yeah. His hatch, that thing makes no sense. It hits like a V8, makes no sense.
The cream one, right?
The cream
Yeah.
one.
Yes.
Yeah.
He
Amp
was-
blew
he
my
was
doors off at the event
swinging.
last year driving home with it.
Ant loves that car. So the team I'm going to be driving with next year, they're all SR 240s.
Really?
Yeah. And I
Really?
have a built SR sitting on an engine stand in there.
It's ready.
Just ready. Never have to worry about the thing overheating, and it'll kind of refresh it for me. But that being said, the JZ feels sick in here too. So it's weird.
But you have another car that it could go in.
But we could put this JZ into anything.
Yeah.
it'll be sick.
Yeah, there's 3 cars in here you could go in.
You can go on anything. Goddamn Jay-Z.
Like specifically.
Put this in a damn Civic.
Listen to the damn Civic.
Jay-Z Civic? That would be crazy.
No, I'm not doing that again. It's an idea. It would solve a lot of issues and do this and this, but I don't know. Whatever.
I say take it out. Change it up.
That's all good.
What if you just made it like quick release? You could just change the motors on the fly.
Whatever. Besides that, we have a ton of work to do. I
That's nice.
gotta find fiberglass. What's
I
that?
honestly don't see us touching this till after the E6.
Oh yeah. I don't want to touch this till February. Yeah, which is fine. It's fine. We just need it ready for end of March.
So we got some time to think.
We got some time to think.
What's end of March?
Don't worry about it.
I am worried about it.
Final bout. Final bout. East stage. We need it ready.
Just get it. Jim, this is a big driving year for you.
Oh yeah, I got the drift bug
Yeah.
crazy this year. So drifting kind of doesn't do too well, but I love it. So sorry, boys. And if you guys missed in yesterday's video, we talked about Brian's car, but it is running right now. We have a couple things we got to just clean up, put on the dyno probably early next week, and we'll finally see what this thing makes.
Interior.
I want to hear you guys actually give me a guess. Final dyno number. What do you think this will make? Closest one to get it first. Steve will send him something special.
Got you.
So moving on to the next thing is the yellow FD. This is just like, oh.
Announcement. We have skateboards for this car that are live now. If you're watching this now, we have very limited quantity. We probably gave half of them to our friends because they were so hot and spicy. But make sure you grab that design. And also, we just talked about the coupe. The coupe is down, but we have a skateboard commemorating when it was in its glory.
Yeah.
So make sure you grab those skateboards. Skateboards are a really
That's
hot
gonna
item.
be probably the only board we do of the coupe in that rendition. So it'll be kind of cool to have it.
It's going to be totally different. It'll never look like that again. So commemorate it by having a skateboard in your house. Steve out.
All right. So nice work, Steve. So the FD, right? We made the outside look perfect. This was the image I had in my head for the last forever, and I brought it together and dream car, boom, in your face. Still walking here every day, and this car just has a presence to it. I don't even know how to explain it. But we were talking about doing like, the single turbo rotary thing, right? You kind of have to do everything at once. It's kind of like a GTR or something. If you try to like piece the engine bay together, it's never right. You got to take everything out, do it once, do it right. And we were thinking about it. This is a big news here. We're thinking about it, right? This will be my first time playing with the rotary. And I want to be able to learn a little bit more before I kind of play with this thing, because I want to be able to make the perfect recipe for this car.
This thing's too good.
It's too good.
Too good to molest yet.
And so when it comes to rotaries, I don't really know exactly what I like. And also, it's just such a nice experience driving completely stock like this. Everything works. It runs amazing. I put so many miles on it this year, and so I think I kind of want just another season of that. Why not, right? We don't got to do everything. But that being said, we want to play with a rotary real bad. Especially this weekend, got that extra motivation playing with that 4-rotor car.
Oh my God.
That night when we started it, it was magical.
Yeah.
It was crazy. So we were talking to the Vargas brothers, and we got something getting whipped up right now. So we're going to put a rotary in something. I think that's honestly the next big thing.
In the comments, what should we put it in? Because
That's
we can't figure
driving
it out.
us nuts. Because everyone's asking what the next project is, and we want to do a rotary something or other so freaking bad. But
And everything's been done, but we can do it better.
I don't even care about being the first person to do something. I think it's like when people get fixated on like, oh, I got to do something no one else done. It doesn't matter. Do something you want to do. I just want to do something optimally fun, if that makes sense. So let me know what you guys think we should put a rotary in, because the Vargas brothers are going to put us together a gangster engine, and now we just got to figure out what it should go in, and we'll make it fit. We always do. Let me know. We're asking a lot of questions in the comments, so these comments are popping. Steve, you're combing through the comments.
I'll come through the comments. I'll get back to you guys.
Let us know what to put in, because we are dying. And don't say the mini truck. I think it's not going in the mini truck.
No.
That's the one thing I don't want to hear.
Goddamn mini truck.
So that's it. That's what we're talking about. I think that's a big thing out of this video is I think the next vehicle we're doing is a rotary car.
The most question I was asked in Florida is what we're building next.
Yes, trust me. We were just trying to get through Florida. For the longest time, leading up to Drift Week, it was like, oh God, like it's been Drift Week and then just getting to Florida. Now we're here. We're like, oh, we all need a nap.
It's gonna be sick to work with the Vargas brothers too, because I like those guys.
I love those guys.
I got to work with them, and everyone that I got to work with was insane.
We're going to Puerto Rico with them next year.
Absolutely.
That's on the list.
Let's do it.
So then we'll move on to we're only at this car. So I have so many cars. And we sold 3 of them.
You just realized that right now, Jim?
Life moves so fast, Steve. I don't have a second to look back sometimes, you know?
No.
It's pretty crazy.
Pretty crazy. Worst problems to have.
100%. I'm very thankful for this problem, but
You deserve it.
thank you, buddy. But yellow S15, damn, this car is good. So we're still a little questionable at the engine, you know, not the most confident in it. So we're sending out the oil sample to Blackstone to see what they say in the oil sample, because if the oil samples, they could actually determine basically the life of your engine left by
Blood work?
it's kind of, yeah, it's like getting blood work for your car. So I figured we'll do that now, and if it comes back clean, we don't worry about it. We put it on the dyno, we finally just send it and make
Put it
big
on
power.
ethanol and just send it.
But if it comes back and they do see a lot of material in the oil, we're gonna pull the engine now since it is winter time and just get it built up correctly, because there's too much money in that engine, and the potential of this car is ridiculous. This thing should.
She needs meaty tires.
If the engine's good, we're gonna make 600 with it. Easy. So, and if you guys saw, like, well, first off, DJ is not getting his confetti's back. Dude,
I don't know. Maybe you could take it back.
They look so good in there, but and the big thing that really broke my heart was, remember at my first like big drive in the thing, one of my control arms basically loosened itself up, and it caused the wheel to actually rub the paint in the quarter. Our buddy Anthony came down and he was able to kind of fix the quarter up, that it made it presentable, which is really nice,
Kinda hard
because
to see on camera.
before it was toast right here. And what sucks about that is if you go to blend it, right, you have to pick a body line to cut the clear coat off at, right? And since it's the quarter, there's no body line to cut off. I would have to literally re-clear half the car just because of this little spot, which literally made me want to cry. Like that was overwhelming. Honestly, you like after spending so much money and so much on a car for that to happen, like it makes you not want to look at it for a while.
The car after that.
Yeah, life moves fast. But he was able to touch it up, so now it's like super presentable, and now we could like I'm not really like overwhelmingly embarrassed by it, I guess. And this will get us until at least next season, where then I could get a refresh and justify spending the money and time on the car just to re-clear it, right? That one sucked. But that's cars, dude. That's cars. Whatever. All right, T-Bone, give me the update.
What update?
On this
You
car.
don't want that. You want
Sorry,
that?
good.
You want that?
Come on, we know what. You talk to me.
What's
It's
in the plans?
piston. It's piston oil. That's one thing. Valve cover, rear main.
Remains pissing?
Yeah.
Why?
It was like a quart. Why? What do you mean? Why?
Would you not change it when you put it in?
I did change it. It's still leaking.
Shit seal.
Shit seal. Too much pressure in the.
Okay, so
Bottom end
besides
probably.
resealing, is there anything fun you're gonna do to it this winter?
Oh, the engine's coming out.
Oh.
Oh, but yeah.
Guess the engine's coming out.
Yeah, the engine's coming out. I want to paint the bay.
Okay.
Nothing crazy. Just
Scuff and shoot.
Scuff and shoot. Fix some stuff. The wheels. They're not changing.
Mm-hmm.
But they're gonna change. If that makes sense.
The press graphite's so good.
I'm powder coating them white.
Oh.
White is the move.
White's the move.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. Simple.
Yeah, simple.
Oh yes, the 350Z. This is the most forgettable car on the whole channel.
She's hurting.
She's drift week.
She's visually hurting.
Yeah.
Mechanically, she's yeah. I basically need every body panel for this car at this point. Doors are about that bad. Found the limits of the car, and it made me excel a lot really fast, I think. And this car owes me nothing at this point. So I think I'm gonna try and just piece together all the body panels and just give her a nice refresh, so we start next season off looking good. And I really want to get you guys in this car. Like it's a perfect car for anyone. And if we can get sliders in it, I really still want to do a video spoon versus ant whip off.
I still want. All right, so I want to do that thing we had that idea in Florida of renting OSW and everyone drifting.
Everyone
I
drifting.
mean everyone.
I'm done.
Me, Spoon, Steve,
You don't need to know how to
Austin.
drive manual to whip.
RJ.
There's hella hay in this car.
Oh, I went off track a lot.
Look at this shit. Hold up. Yeah. Yeah. You're doing your thing, huh?
Yeah.
That was a good time.
86, we're working on. We're at the part now where whatever parts we need left, we're just having a really hard time getting. Whatever, we'll get to it. And then the E36, so far, I want to get a different diff. Obviously, the gearing's not optimal, and we're gonna do a power steering cooler. I think that's the only thing that we need. Besides that, the thing was amazing. This thing never went over 190 degrees coolant temp. We just stayed cool. It ran amazing. The drivetrain didn't hiccup once. It was good. It was just that stupid rear gearing was just way too low. And no, I couldn't do it in third. I tried. All right, guys, I tried. Whatever.
Track was too small.
And then we come to this corner. All right, The last update video, I think we're gonna give the same updates as we did last time, right?
Yeah.
All right, so here, T-Bone, film this one for me. Come on, boys. So, E30, good ass car. So I let my buddy. This was gone for a long time. A lot of guys thought we sold it because it was just gone. So my buddy Mead actually wanted to drift really bad this year, and he wasn't able to finish his car because he was busy with life, and so I basically lent him the car the whole season. Honestly, like, I just wanted my buddy out there because he's gonna be someone I'm gonna be driving with a lot next year, and I want him ready to go, you know, like. And what's dope is he took really good care of the car. So there was a lot of gremlins with the E30 that we never got to just because it was just kind of just me and Ant for a long time. We didn't have the extra time or manpower to work on this thing when we had to be producing videos of new stuff, right? Mead actually spent a lot of time and corrected a lot of the gremlins, right? There was just like some loose ends on stuff. He did the rear end alignment correction finally, so you basically have to drop the entire rear subframe and you weld on mounts that allow you to actually adjust your alignment, because before we were stuck with a shit alignment forever. And so we fixed that, and I don't know if you could tell, but the wheel sits so much better in the arch.
No camber.
And what's crazy is the car is now that much more gripped up, and this car is so fast. It is so ridiculously fast for no reason. It's at the point where it's breaking axles.
Left and right.
Mead went through 4 axles in one drift event. But that's sick. Like, it takes it. So what we're gonna do is we gotta buy some expensive axles for this thing, and honestly, she's good. Just a good ass car. This thing owes me nothing. I love this car so much. And this is another car that I think anyone can hop in and do pretty well at. So maybe we'll use this for the whip off. I think you guys will do better in this car. We have side skirts for it, we're gonna put on it, why not? And we have a rear valance. But besides that, dude, it's E30. It's a good ass car.
Legendary chassis.
Spoon's never been in it.
No.
You'd fall in love.
I'm already in love with this thing.
It's a good girl.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know, S54 ITB's S52. Oh, what a car.
Playing games with James.
That's a good car. It's a badass car, actually. We have the K-swapped S14. This is another car it's just a nice car. Like, it's a good car. The drivetrain runs really strong. It looks great in there. We did the swap really well, and well, we've talked about this a million times. It is way too harsh of a drivetrain to want to drive on the street. On a track, it is amazing. It's phenomenal. But this isn't a track car. It never will be a track car. Honestly, it's a 1 of 400 Kokies, and I don't want to turn this thing into a track car. It wouldn't make any sense. I talk about it all the time, and everyone always fights me. Oh, if you change this, it'll be better. It's almost nearly impossible to make the K-Series the perfect street car engine, at least in this chassis. Changing the transmission setup, Taylor Ray just did it in his car. It helps a lot of the issues, but it doesn't solve all of them. And I don't think I'll honestly be able to get this drivetrain to be a very shootable drivetrain just because of the harshness of it. On the track, you don't care. You don't notice that stuff. It's fantastic. But when you're just cruising down the road, constant RPM, it ain't it.
Brain rattling.
Brain rattling.
We thought about RVing it.
And then putting this into a track car?
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
SR back in here.
I would.
SR everything.
The whole video
whole
is, what do we
video.
SR again? If you've had a good SR in an S chassis, nothing feels like it. That's I know people sometimes do
You
what?
could pull this out and literally put it in a Sonda.
No,
If you want
it
it.
wouldn't fit.
No?
No, it wouldn't fit.
The trans tunnel.
That trans tunnel is the limitation. We built that trans tunnel literally to hug the K-trans, right, Brian? Sitting over there.
Look at him.
Look at him.
That's made for that bell house.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't know. Whatever. Maybe I'll just buy another S14 that we could track. But why would I need another car? But we have this. My buddy's selling a shell, real clean. I need to shut up. But
Fuck this and the coupe.
into the coupe.
Oh,
I'm
man.
not against that.
I don't know.
I don't know about that.
He's
I
just
feel
a
like
sinker,
I feel like he
right?
could swim real good.
Well,
Ever
then
seen him
pause.
swim in water? Look, he's got webbed feet.
Amphibious foot.
Yeah, but have you seen him walk? He's kind of sideways.
Because he's made
He
to
might
swim.
When he swims, he might
You
just
think
go
you think
circle.
Luke can swim?
I don't think so.
You
He's
think?
like pretty heavy.
He
like,
could definitely swim. All right. We got 3 cars left, right? So, SRZ. If you guys don't know this car, right? Boom. SR swap Z. We love SRs around here. God damn it, it's another SR. Good car.
Yeah.
It's just one of those cars. Just like, what else do you do? Like, you know?
You don't have to do nothing.
What was it?
There's nothing to do.
It's just good.
Just leave it alone.
I didn't have much time to drive this year. Everyone rips me apart. Oh, I didn't do this. We were so busy this summer. It was a busy summer.
Yeah, well,
It was the first summer without COVID,
That's
so
exactly what I was
we never stopped.
yeah. Finally, you got a chance you can get out of the freaking shop. You took every chance you can get. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I literally drive from my house to here. I drive 15 minutes of it. My house here. Here, home, repeat. Boom, 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 boom. It's hard, you know?
Pops, pizza, pops.
Yeah, pit stop.
Pizza, pop.
Pops Pizza. So I just love this car. It's just like we put so much work into this car. It's just a beautiful car.
You did work on it this year, though. It got bumpers and wheels, right?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it worked out. Beautiful. Killed it. Z32s slept on. Speaking of Z32s, the LS Swap Z, the OG Z, right? Everyone wants me to work on this thing. Just one of those cars where it's just so good as it is. What do I do? Like, we could supercharge it, boom, then I need a new clutch, and I need a new this. And then it's just like, oh, fuck, you know? Like,
Snowball effect.
it's a snowball effect. And I'm just kind of happy just where it's at.
Keep it simple, stupid.
It's already simple.
This is the first car you
Got
ever
nothing
built.
to it.
It's the first car I ever, other than wheels and coils, yeah, this is the first car I ever built. I don't know why I decided to do a base shave LS swap, just boom. But hey, a little bit of confidence will get you really far, boys. Remember that. Don't be scared. So, if you could do one mod to this thing, what would you do?
Fix a shifter.
Yeah,
That is true.
shifters.
Other than that, this car literally needs nothing. But the shifter's kind of nice because it keeps the people that are driving the car or like
little calm, yeah.
you
So
know
it
what
has
I mean?
like, I think it has like a Megan Racing short shifter in it, and it's with shortened linkage, so it's a really tight shift.
It works. It's just one of those shifters that you got to be confident about every shift.
Every shift.
Ever shift. Yeah.
But it never grinds the gear.
No.
It's
No.
not hard to find. It's just hard to push.
What do you think, Steve?
Bro.
Lupin.
Lupin likes it. He thinks it's good. I think it's sweet. I think it's dope that it's your first car ever. One takeaway, I would just fix the shifter.
Good addition, Steve. Good addition. Spoon, what about you?
Fix the shifter.
All right. Looks like we're fixing the shifter, boys. Next video, fixing the shifter on my Z. Fix that door finally, ever since that dirt.
Yeah.
But
Put
hey,
that
it's
in.
part of the story, right? So, Nissan, everyone knows Nissan. We did work on it this year,
Yeah.
right? We put the fully built KA in it, made some pretty good jam. It looks really good. It sounds really good. Oh, spoon bolted the hood. Nice, thanks. I mean, this thing's sick. I don't care if this was in anything else. This is a dope KA. If this thing was in any other car, if this was in an S13, I'd still think it was dope. This is a good ass drivetrain. Look at it.
It's good.
It's sick.
What turbo is that?
JP built engine. He poured the head. He made a gangster K. Shout to JP. This engine is so sick. The one thing it needs is a paint job, right?
Yeah.
So I used up my yearly paint job from Spoon with the E36. So we're gonna 2023 is coming up quick, which means I get another paint job out of him for the year.
I think you get.
You gotta pay for that one.
Yeah, I gotta.
You still got the 86.
We still got the 86.
So you get one. 86
You're
or
gonna
the
pick the
Honda.
I thought every new year you get an extra paint job.
Oh yeah. It's like PTO. You get an extra week. Spoons. so we're gonna get a whole new front end for it because the whole front end's just so beaten up, and that's easy. It's just been on like one of those things like, oh, we'll wait. You know, it's Nissan, right? Every
Yeah.
couple months, you know, we'll probably dip back into it. But we're gonna do a carbon roof. Spoon is the carbon roof guy.
Carbon roof. Car still needs a dash, so you got no instrument cluster at all.
Yeah, she needs some love, but I think front end, carbon roof, SI wing. I really want the SI wing. Paint. Eventually, I'll find wheels for the thing because everyone hates on me for having these wheels on it. It's hard. It's 15, 16 staggered, but I guess if we do 15 in the rear, so we do 15 all around, do a fatter tire, make it look more, you know, just like
Bulldog.
no, just meteor. I guess bulldog, yeah, meteor. It'd probably fix that. So if anyone has a good high offset set of 16s, let me know. 15s, high offset set of 15s that are dope. Let me know. Not easy to find. 4x114.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
The problem is when you get to like 15, you go to like 8.6 stuff, which is low offset because those are all like -10. We need like plus 38 on this thing. But what's cool is FDF. I forgot all about this. FDF made a custom FDF angle kit from Nissan. We have it. We haven't had time to install it, but this is gonna have full FDF on it, which is
I was wondering what that was. Boxers showed up.
they're so good down to me at FDF, and they're so, oh my god, Josiah, the guy who owns the company, is the smartest guy I've ever met in my life, and he made us a kit from like these half-ass measurements I'd sent him, and I cannot wait to put it on. This thing full FDF, making, you know, what, 4 inches on horsepower? What a car. What a car. So, it'll be cool. B, you got anything to add?
No, it definitely needs a paint job. There's a little rust on the quarter panels. But like when we went to get this car, we were looking for the cheapest Civic we could find.
I paid $1,600 for this car. It had 238,000 miles on it. We bought it in the middle of Waterbury in the middle of the night. It was pretty proper for an EK.
Honestly, it's cleaner than it should be.
Yeah.
So me and Brian restored the car. Underneath, we fully stripped it. We sandblasted the hole underneath. Remember that? We epoxy sealed it. We seam sealed. There's like 4 tubes of seam sealer on this car, by the way.
Oh, probably more. The underside, the floor, the unibody of this car is flawless. Even everything in the trunk, back, everything underneath.
So once we give it a paint job, it's a fully restored 240,000 mile Honda Civic. Like beyond anything else, it's just hilarious. This one killed me and Brian.
Yeah, that was a rough 6 months.
PTSD.
It was 3 months of working.
15-hour work days.
Yeah.
And Burger King.
And Burger King.
This car was built off of.
Burger King since.
Literally, I associate like the smell of cutting discs and Burger King together because it was just all we did was cut, grind, weld, and eat Burger King and be miserable for like 3-4 months. So fun. It was the only thing that was open past 9 o'clock when we were working on this thing till whatever.
Good times.
Yeah, whatever. So we've been talking quite a bit. It's probably a pretty damn long video. If you guys are still here, I appreciate you big time. We have a lot of stuff in the works. Of course, the goal is to always just do more, do better, have more fun, and that's always the goal. Sometimes it's hard for someone to get why we just have cars sitting around, but I guess it's not as easy as that, right? I'm very excited for this new year. We have a great team. We have some really great opportunities, and we have some pretty cool ideas. So. For now, of course, guys, hop below, shop if you want to copy yourself any of the merch. Beanies, coasters, stickers, t-shirts, skateboards, all limited stock, and they're all kind of low stock because it was the end of the year and we kind of kept it small. So, you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned for more content, and
Have a great night. Peace.